Yo, what's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to react to this video. It's about the food in America. You know what I mean? Like, we already know that, majority of the food or some of the food, however you want to look at it, is really not good for you. And yo, check this out. I bought some apples like 2 weeks ago and I never finished them, right? So I got them in the kitchen. Tell me why they organic, but they don't have no brown spots. They didn't even spoil yet. Yo, matter of fact, give me 1 second. You see these joints right here? See these joints? Let me see. I'm trying to get it. There you go. The Granny Smiths. You know what I mean? I like the Granny Smiths, but you can clearly see, right? Let me see. Right. This joint is not doing it for me. Y'all can see that it says organic right there. But these joints has never been opened. They have the hole in there, let the air through. But these joints are not, there's no brown on no apple. No brown. And I bought these 2 weeks ago. Anyway, with that being said, man, let's get in this video, man.
Erica, you have to tell me if this makes any sense. The food, what is going on? Like, it does not taste like food. Like, something's off. Please tell me I'm not the only one.
Is American food even food anymore? Chicken that chews like rubber, strawberries that rot in just 2 days, and beef that crumbles in the pan like Play-Doh. People travel abroad and swear they feel healthier after a single week of eating there. But back home, the same groceries leave them bloated, tired, and asking what is going on with our food. The truth is, something is off. Today we're breaking down the real problems with US food, the myths that distract us, and most importantly, how you can shop smarter without spending a fortune.
Ground beef changed, or am I just like completely crazy? I will literally get my ground beef from the store. The date will be like 3 days later that it's like the sell by date, and then it's brown the next morning. Like, I literally have to cook it the day that I go and pick it up. And why does it have such a weird smell now? I've bought meat from Kroger and Walmart and it does the exact same thing. I feel like Kroger's is a little worse. Something has definitely changed and it's freaking me out, and I haven't ordered ground beef or went to the grocery and bought ground beef in literally weeks because my husband thinks it tastes different. It smells really gross when you're cooking it.
You've probably noticed this. You buy fresh ground beef. It looks okay in the package, but when it hits the pan, the texture seems off. It releases tons of water and just doesn't taste right.
But you guys, it's not...
Bro, did you see that meat? Like, what is it? That's not ground beef.
No,
I don't know.
Fact. That's a fact. That definitely was not no ground beef. I ain't never seen no ground beef looking like that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I get the 1 pound ground beef. It's supposed to be grass fed, but we don't really know if it's grass fed or not. You know what I mean? Like, I've been eating that type of that. I'm trying to say this without, you know what I mean, having to say pause. You get what I'm saying? But that ground beef, you know what I mean? I've been eating the grass fed ground beef for so long that I don't even know what non-grass fed beef like tastes like. You know what I mean? Pause. You know what I mean? But I know it's not supposed to look like that though.
What they are using for food nowadays.
So what's going on? It's not plastic. It's not Play-Doh. The truth is a mix of industrial shortcuts. First, water retention. Meat is often treated to hold extra water, which makes it weigh more, and yes, you're literally paying for water. Second, grinding methods. Supermarkets often grind trimmings and fat together, sometimes days before you buy it. By the time you cook it, that grind doesn't behave like freshly cut beef. Some meat is even mechanically tenderized, basically stabbed with needles to soften it, which changes how it
That
cooks.
look nasty as
Some
hell.
people have asked me what foods I do not eat as a food scientist, and I will list 2 of them right now that are off the top of my head. Any kind of burger that is cooked more on the raw, rare side. So I usually order a burger well done. This is because mechanically tenderized ground beef, basically if you take a thing of ground beef and you're going like this to it, you're chopping it all up with some big old spikes. If there's like a little piece of meat down there that has E. coli on it, salmonella, whatever it is, you are basically taking that and distributing it everywhere in that ground meat. I'm sorry, you guys, but this is just, I'm just telling you my truth.
And while this doesn't
Yeah, but what I don't get is, you know what I mean? People eat ground beef like medium, not medium, like they eat it medium rare to rare. You see what I'm saying? Like that's my personal opinion. That's nasty. You know what I mean? I know a lot of you's like, yo, that's how you supposed to eat it. But man, with the amount of information that we're coming across with these fake food and all that, especially that we're talking about the topic of beef right now, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even taking that risk. I'm not eating nothing rare, medium rare. Man, that joint gotta be cooked all the way through.
make it fake, it does make it feel like a completely different product than real butcher ground beef. My tip, if you can, get beef ground fresh at a butcher. You'll taste the difference immediately.
But I've never seen this on ground beef, ever. All these, you got some explaining to do.
Yo, but that Aldi's meat, yo, I heard, I don't know how true it is. You know what I mean? I don't shop at Aldi's and nothing like that. But at the same token, man, I heard at one point, man, Aldi's was selling horse meat. And I think that's illegal in America. So I kind of don't believe it. But again, with stuff going on nowadays, you never know.
I bought this chicken at a local grocery store, and immediately it started falling apart as I was getting ready to bread it and put it in the fryer. It started stringing up, and it totally disintegrated after I filmed this video. Broke down into these stringy substance-like things. What is going on with the chicken? Does anyone have any thoughts on this?
Ever notice how American chicken shrinks, leaks water, and sometimes chews like rubber? That's not your imagination. Much of it's been plumped, injected.
Yo, what the hell is that? Son, I know those are not chicken cutlets, man. That looked like a full rotisserie chicken. Uncooked rotisserie chicken, man. That's not a chicken
With
cutlet.
water, salt, and additives to make it look
It just
bigger.
said
You're
chicken
paying for
breast.
water
No, it
weight,
ain't.
not meat.
Today we are comparing chicken breasts. This is from my local butcher. This is what I usually get my chicken from. And then we also have chicken from Walmart as well as Purdue chicken. Visually, you can see there's a huge difference between what we're getting at our local butcher from a farm compared to what they're giving us at Walmart. It says there could be up to 5% water retained. We're gonna weigh out the biggest ones and compare the size difference between the different chicken breasts. So we have our scale set up here. Now we're gonna take the biggest breast from our local butcher shop, and it measures in at 187 grams. Now, we're gonna have to trim some of this extra stuff off of this breast because I want it to be as accurate as possible. So we've cut the Walmart one to take out that excess that was on the sides.
392 grams.
What?
And the other one was
187?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from our local butcher shop. This is the Walmart chicken breast. This is the Purdue breast, which is supposed to be a little bit better quality than the Walmart one. Let's go ahead and weigh this one out.
347.
Oh my gosh. You compare the percentage difference between the smallest breast we have to the largest, it's 109.6% bigger at Walmart than it is from our butcher. Now the Purdue breast is a little bit smaller and it's 85.56% bigger than the breast from our butcher. 5% was supposed to be water. What is the major difference in our chicken? I'm not an expert in this, but this is alarming. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, or if you have any other theories as to why the breast at Walmart is double the size of the breast I get at my local butcher.
On top of that, most U.S. chicken is washed in chlorine baths, a process banned in Europe. It keeps bacteria down, but changes the texture and taste. And because birds are bred to grow in just 6 weeks, the meat ends up watery and stringy compared to slower raised farm birds. So yeah, it's still chicken, but it doesn't taste like the real thing. Let's talk produce. Ever buy strawberries that look perfect on the shelf, bright, shiny, huge, only to find them molding the very next day?
Y'all, what are they doing to our food? I got these strawberries like 3 days ago. Why are they all rotten and moldy already? Same for zucchini, mango, doesn't matter what you buy from the store. Why is it all going bad after 2 to 3 days? Why do I have to eat everything the same day that I purchase it? On top of that, like, why are the inside of all my strawberries white? Aren't they supposed to be red? At this point, y'all just want us to eat dust.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I did hear about that before though. I've heard that the inside of a strawberry is supposed to be red, not white. You know what I mean? But also, I think organic food is not supposed to last that long. You know what I mean? Like, like the apples that I just threw behind me on my bed, like there's no way in hell that those apples are organic and they're supposed to last 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like they're supposed to be going bad within like the first almost week. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of confused on what she means by that. But again, those strawberries are not supposed to be white in the middle. They're supposed to have some red tint to it.
That's not in your head. Grocery store fruit often spoils faster than local farm produce. Why? First, supermarket supply chains are long. Strawberries are picked early, stored cold, and shipped across the country. By the time you buy them, they've already lost a ton of their shelf life.
Okay, so y'all, I don't know what's been going on lately with the strawberries in the stores, but all these strawberries is molded. Oh my goodness. Fuzzy and fuzzy, baby. I don't.
Yeah, that company right there, the Driscolls or whatever, like where I live in New York, like our local supermarket, they sell those Driscolls, and those strawberries are red, or not red, they're white in the inside. You know what I mean? But yet they're also supposed to be organic too. Like they have the ones that you show right here, that we're seeing right here, the regular ones. And then they also, the same company, Driscoll's, have organic ones. But at the same token, whether they're organic or not, they're still white in the middle. So I think they're just slapping on the organic to just, you know, get people to buy, like the healthy people that, or the people that want to eat healthy, and they only want organic, kind of like me. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Oh, these. You make me not even want a strawberry no more.
Second, modern strawberries are designed for size and durability, not flavor. That's why you'll often find white, hard centers. They were picked underripe just to survive transport.
I am well aware that our food that we have here in the US is crap. But tell me why, when I got strawberries, they're completely white on the inside. What in the world? And they have zero flavor.
Nah,
so
that's a fact.
What is going
No
on
flavor.
with this? This is from Target. I've never had white strawberries before. Like, what is this? I'm getting tired of it. Anyone else?
And third, post-harvest treatments. Some fruits are sprayed,
shopping
waxed,
at
or even
Target.
bleached to keep them looking fresh. They may look great, but inside, they're already on their way out. My advice, buy smaller, local fruit when you can. And if it's out of season, frozen fruit is often a better choice than fresh that's been sitting in a warehouse.
So we just came to the store to find some foods that don't have bioengineered food ingredients. And we started here at the soup aisle, and every last one of them seems to, except this very small portion right here. These are the ones that don't have bioengineered food ingredients. All of these bioengineered. And like 90% of them, we went through a ton of cans, and every last one. These aren't, because they're organic. You think, oh yeah, these gotta be healthy, right? Contains bioengineered food ingredients.
I was
Yep,
trying
almost
to
every
get
Campbell's
it to so we could see what's in
says
there.
it right.
There we go. You know what I mean? Like, there you go, right there. That modified cornstarch, yo. Like, cornstarch isn't supposed to be good for you anyway, because I think it's hard for your body to break down and stuff like that. And there's no nutritional value in that. You know what I mean? It's mainly water, mushrooms. You know what I mean? Like, you know, some people are allergic to mushrooms. I don't know what soup he picked up. I know that's not chicken noodle soup, but look at all that stuff. You know, you got corn, canola, and soybean oil. You know, monosodium. I can't see what that is. You got vegetable oil, which I'm gonna probably do another one about vegetable oil, because the oils that we get in, like the olive oils and the canola oils and the vegetable oils and all them, they're basically trying to say that those are seed oils, you know what I mean, or cottonseed oils, something like that, which is not good for us at all.
There. Contains bioengineered food ingredients.
Have you seen this label? Contains a bioengineered food ingredient. It sounds harmless, but what does that actually mean? A couple years ago, the USDA replaced the word GMO with bioengineered. It's the same thing, just friendlier marketing.
Same product, bought 4 months apart. Notice now contains a bioengineered food ingredient. Trash.
The problem is, companies don't have to label everything. If an ingredient falls under certain thresholds, they can skip it. That means you might still be eating GMO ingredients without ever knowing.
I'm here at Aldi, and almost everything they have contains bioengineered food ingredients.
Are GMOs inherently bad? Not necessarily. The science is complicated, but the lack of transparency makes people distrust the label. And honestly, I don't blame them.
How could I eat pasta, pizza, and wine every day and actually lose weight? What is wrong with the food that we're eating in the United States? Can somebody please explain to me why when I'm in Europe, I can have like coffee with sugar and real milk in it, croissants for breakfast, pasta, pizza every day, and wine? All of these foods in the US would make me put on weight, so bloated, have so many stomach problems. And there, nothing. I actually lose weight. I literally go around Italy and I'm eating pasta and pizza every day, wine every day, gelato, and I'm losing weight. From the US, I'm trying to eat really clean, eating my little salads, eating my quinoa, and like,
not working.
That is not happening. And before you say, oh, because you walk so much, I walk all the time. Like I do my 4-mile walk, sometimes like twice a day here in the US too. So it's not the steps, it is what we're putting in the food.
Ever go overseas and notice something strange? You eat pasta in Italy, bread in France, or sushi in Japan, and suddenly you're not bloated, you're not tired, and you feel better? So why does food feel so different abroad?
The food in the US is poison, and let me show you. I've been in France for the past 14 days, and my clothes simply no longer fit. And it was not big at all before, literally on the tight side. They're all falling off to the point where if I let this go, it'll fall down. And for some context, back at home, I work out multiple times a week. I eat super clean, no processed food, I drink filtered water, make my own butter, make my own sourdough. It simply doesn't add up. Like, what is the difference? It has to be just the quality of food there.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying she's lying, but at the same token, I don't believe that she lost that much weight in 14 days. You know what I mean? Because losing that much weight in that quick of time is definitely not good for you and doesn't even give your skin like it's a chance to even, you know, fit your body or your skeleton. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Like your elasticity in your skin, you'll have stretch marks losing that much weight that quick, is, you know what I mean? And she did not look like she had any stretch marks, especially around her stomach area and all that. I don't know that she probably grabbed that skirt out the closet that she had maybe like 3-4 years ago.
Big reason, additives. The US allows thousands of chemicals in food that other countries ban. Artificial dyes like Red 40, preservatives like BHA, even chlorine-washed chicken, perfectly legal here, but banned or heavily restricted elsewhere. Another factor, supply chains. In Europe, bread often has 4 ingredients: flour, water, salt, and yeast. In the US, bread can have 30 different additives, stabilizers, and dough conditioners. It's not that Europe is perfect, it's that our system here is designed around convenience, mass production, and shelf life. Flavor and nutrition come second.
I go to college in the Netherlands, and every time I come back to the US, I have to see a nutritionist because my stomach is in shambles. So I want to talk about the 2 biggest differences I've noticed between the food in the Netherlands and the food in the US. Number 1 is not talked about enough. When you go to a grocery store in the US, you have like sugar-free yogurt, sugar-free candy. You have all of these substitutes that seem like the healthier option, but it's actually just extremely processed and hard for your stomach to digest. No wonder you can't find these alternatives in Europe. Number 2, the supermarkets in the US have so many options. If you go to a cereal aisle in the US, you're gonna have like 40 different cereals to choose from. And when you go to the cereal aisle in Europe, you have like 5 different cereals because half of the ingredients that are in the cereals in the US are just banned.
So what can you do about it without going broke? Here are some practical tips. Buy local when possible. Farmers markets, CSAs, or even smaller local grocers often sell fresher food.
You're losing money shopping at big grocery stores. Everything I got from our local farmers market, and I saved money because I did the math in comparison to Walmart. I got these gorgeous tomatoes, 5-pound bag of Vidalia onions, cute little cucumber poppers. These are delicious. Whole thing of cherry tomatoes, 2 big huge eggplants, a whole mess of squash, whole bag of zucchini, a whole big old bag of mixed red and golden baby potatoes, and 10 rainbow bell peppers. I spent $32. For all of this at Walmart, it would have cost me $53. 53. I saved $21. $21 on all of this. Anyway, this is your sign. Shop your local.
Yeah, I couldn't hold back the laugh because the way she looked when she said that $32 and at Walmart would have been 53. Like the face she had, like yo, she was dead ass serious. Dead ass serious, and yo, she not lying. She not lying, man. Listen, even at my grocery store, man, I bought a couple. Well, my local supermarket. You know what I mean? I bought some fruits and stuff like that, man. I think I spent, I think $70 just on fruits and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even a lot. It wasn't even a lot. And yes, it was the same bullshit ass fruits that we seen on here. You know what I mean? I didn't buy no strawberries though. You know what I mean? The bananas, but they wasn't rubbery, like that. I like to make smoothies with the bananas, peanut butter, real honey, you know what I mean? Maybe a little bit of cinnamon and stuff like that. And man, listen, that joint works.
Farmers markets.
Frozen produce is usually picked ripe and frozen quickly. It can actually be healthier than old fresh fruit. If you eat meat often, consider buying from a butcher.
I just left our local butcher shop and I want to show y'all what all I got. I spent a total of $85 and I got 4 packs of hamburger meat. These are 1.5 pounds each, so I got 6 pounds total. I got a pack of boneless pork chops. I got 2 boneless ribeyes. And I got a 3-pound chuck roast. Now this is all locally farmed beef and pork. Out of curiosity, I went to my Walmart app and I added everything, all of the same stuff to my Walmart cart, and my total was $115. And God knows where that meat's coming from, if you know what I mean. So don't let Walmart trick y'all into thinking that y'all are getting the best deals by shopping there. If you have a local meat market, go and price check. It's much better for you, it's better for your economy, just better all in all.
Always check ingredient lists. Fewer ingredients usually means less processing.
Here are my top 5 tips for learning how to read ingredient labels like a holistic nutritionist. Number 1, nutrition label ingredients are listed in order by weight. So whatever the product is made up of most will be the first ingredient. Look at the first 3 listed to see what you'll be primarily consuming in the product. Number 2, do not be fooled by buzzwords and claims you see on product packaging. There are so many unregulated terms and so many ways that companies love to trick you into thinking something is clean or natural when it's not. So do not fall victim to words like natural, gluten-free, low carb, low calorie, light. None of it means anything. Number 3, look how long the ingredient label itself is. If it has 5+ ingredients, it's likely that you're consuming an ultra-processed food. This doesn't mean to never eat it, but it helps you be aware of how many processed foods you're eating in a day as opposed to whole or minimally processed foods. Number 4, be aware of refined sugars and start to familiarize yourself with the numerous names that companies use to list them on their ingredient labels. There are 50+ common terms for refined sugars that you'll see on different ingredient labels. And finally, number 5, choose 1 to 2 ingredients you're looking to eliminate from your diet and just focus on that.
And shop seasonally. Foods in season are cheaper, fresher, and taste way better.
Happy October! It is a new month, which means it is time for a new produce guide. Shopping your produce in season and locally when you can is a great way to ensure that it's not only the most delicious and nutritious it can be, but also the most affordable. Here's a list of in-season produce for the month of October. Apples, beets, blackberries, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, corn, cranberries, eggplant, figs, grapes, kale, pears, peppers, persimmons, plums, pomegranate, potatoes, pumpkin, squash, sweet potatoes, and tomatoes.
That's a lot.
Is American food fake? Not exactly, but the shortcuts, additives, and industrial tricks can make it feel fake. The good news is you don't have to accept it. With a little awareness, you can eat better, save money, and avoid the worst of the system. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the weirdest food experience you've had from a US grocery store? Drop your story in the comments. I'm betting there are some wild ones. And if you found this eye-opening, hit like, subscribe, and share this video, because the more we know about what's really on our plates, the better choices we can make.
At this
All right, so I mean, closing out on this, it's better to just go to your local butcher and all that. You know what I mean? Farmer's market, if you're around one, you know, you could probably find one on the internet, like just Google search it and stuff like that, which I'm probably going to start doing. You know what I mean? Because not only to save money, but, you know, with all the stuff, all the ingredients that they have, especially, you know, with these big scientific words, Nobody has time to be sitting here looking at what they are. You know what I mean? Like when you're trying to shop, everybody's on tight time. You know what I mean? You're just trying to get what you gotta get and bring it back to the house so you can finish doing what you're doing throughout the day. You know what I mean? So it's like I also blame well, it's obvious it's the corporations that's doing it, but like the Monsanto programs or the Monsanto Corporation and all that, it's it's kind of harder for these local farmers to do what they do, because at the end of the day, you know a lot of the land or farming land is is being taken over. So for the local farmers to actually support the entire country, you know, it's a lot of work for them. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, like I'm not a farmer. You know what I mean? I don't know how to farm, nothing like that. So I'm just going based off of logical thinking with this. So it's like because it's like the corporations is greedy with the money too, but at the same token, they're doing it to you know with the supply and demand. You know what I mean? They're trying to meet the supply and demand, so they have to cut the food with all this extra BS, so it can feed the country. I'm not making excuses for these corporations, but at the same token, if just let's just say we cut the corporations out and we went strictly local farming, do we have enough farms in this entire country to feed us as a whole? You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm thinking. But in the meantime, I think we should start shopping locally. You know what I mean? So local fruits, the butchers and all that. The first time I had an actual egg from a local farm, it was over for all the other ones. You know what I mean? Like I still go to the store though, but I look for certain ones like pasture raised, cage free. But at the same token, it's like how do I really know that it's what it's saying it is? It's as it's advertised. I don't know if these is pasteurized raised chickens and cage free chickens, and even if they are cage free chickens, it's not like they can't just toss out whatever food that the corporations is feeding them. But anyway, I don't want to make this video too long because I could ramble on and on and on and on about this, especially with the candy. I had to cut the candy out too, man, because I'm about to find out why our chocolate here in America is like kind of banned in Europe along with everything else. They're saying that our chocolate here is no different than candle wax. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Anyway, I'll eventually find out when I do my research on it, and then I'll do a video. But in the meantime, man, if you like this video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to keep these videos coming. And until next time, man, y'all take it easy. Deuces.